when you sat down, I felt it. I just feel this joy coming over you. You're coming away from a really incredible luncheon and event today with just legends and your peers. How'd you wrap your head around it?
It's peers. I'm friends with, first of all, I'm friends with a lot of these people now. I'm friends and colleagues with I know a lot of these people, surprisingly. Like I looked around, I was like, oh, like Tom Cruise and I, who have known each other over the years, there was a moment when the two of us were like there where it was like, can you believe we're here in this moment together? And so I feel this very beautiful goodwill because, you know, one of the great things about being old in show-off business is you know a lot of people over a long time, and if you've been around and been doing work for a long enough time, there is, I hope, goodwill. Yeah. And so there's just a genuine feeling of people understand what this means to me. I'm not going to sit here and posture like that this is something I ever expected or ever thought would happen. People know that I never saw this coming. And so because of that, they know that my joy is real. And I'm not saying that other people's joy isn't real, but for somebody who's been around for as long as I have, to have this happen is joyous, and I'm not going to waste 1 second posturing. I'm just leaning into the whole thing.
It was a dead giveaway when you were watching the Oscar nominations and you posted that video on your social media, because you can tell, did you feel like a kid again? I mean, what was going through your mind when you heard your name? Because there was the genuine excitement.
Well, I'm sure you know the story, or maybe you don't, but I was very conflicted about all of this because I didn't think that would happen, and yet I had enough people chattering at me that it might happen, and might is it's not tangible because it just creates wanting. And so I've been sort of like this with it, like I want to lean in, I want to feel it, and then I was nervous about getting my heart crushed.
Yeah.
So I stayed with big distance, but I chose to watch them rather than watching my phone. It was either watch the screen or watch my phone. And one way or the other, I was either going to get good news or bad news. So I felt like I should do that. And my best girlfriend, Debbie Oppenheimer, texted me at 5:15 in the morning when I was sitting in front of my computer in my PJs, and she said, I'm sitting in my car across the street, do you want company?
That is a good friend.
And she came in and sat with me. She also has an Oscar, by the way, for a documentary she produced called Into the Arms of Strangers, Stories of the Kindertransport.
Wow.
And by the way, is one of the only people I know in show business who has an Oscar, given the fact I know a lot of people in show business, they don't have Oscars. Anyway, Debbie sat there and held my hand, and I didn't know she was taking pictures. She was sitting there next to me with her phone up, but I was sort of, and you see, there's a progression of pictures.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, at first I'm just like, okay. And then I started to see names, and I was like, yeah, it's not going to happen, Deb. And then my name was there, and I can't even, I can't. She made me a book of that moment.
Wow.
And I looked at it this morning, and I can't believe it's happening.
You're looking at the book already. I mean, not even a year from now or 2 years, you're still
She
in
made
the
me
moment
a
and
book
present with it. That's so special.
Because that was the moment.
Yeah.
Honestly, that, and then the beautiful, what they do once you're a nominee is they group all the nominees in your category over Zooms, and you know, they do panels.
Yeah.
But you get to know each other. And what's happened is it's taken all the competition out. Before, you were 5 people who I didn't know, and we're all like, and now we all lean into each other. I saw Carrie in the bathroom here. Hung was at the table. She has a little baby. Like, all of a sudden, we've all become human with each other. And in that humanity, honestly, if any of those 5 names gets called, I will be joyous because they're all human beings. They've all hustled. They've all had their hearts broken by the business. They've all had great joy and excitement, just like me. And it's even there is no competition. This is just a celebration of this moment for all of us, many of us first-time nominees.
Oh, yeah.
So for me, that's the beauty. The process has taken away the competition. You see, if I didn't know that, I'd be sitting at home watching this thinking, ooh, this is a
You have clarity on that. I love that for you. And I love the sisterhood between you and Michelle, that you get to share this together. You're going through this together.
Yeah.
What does her friendship mean to you?
Well, you know, Michelle Yeoh is one of the busiest people in show business. And she is everything, everywhere, all at once, everywhere, all at once, all the time. So I may never see her again. Like she lives in Paris.
Wow.
But 3 years ago in Simi Valley, California, we bonded. We bonded the moment we met. We bonded throughout the filming. And then through the course of this release, since its movie was released last April.
Wow.
I mean, it's been out a long time. It's been super fun to cheerlead for Michelle, and then her great win at the Golden Globes. She came over, she was sitting right next to me, we were holding hands, and she said to me, she said, I'm so nervous, and her award was coming up. I said, why are you nervous, Michelle Yeoh? She said, I've never been nominated for anything before. I'd never been nominated for anything before. Meaning, a lot of the awards that she has won this season, I think are just, hey, Michelle, you just won the Critics' Choice Award, or whatever it was. It wasn't a competition. Here was an award show, the Golden Globes, international body, nominating her as an actress in a movie. And she was legit nervous, like sitting there clutching my hand. And when they called her name, she was overcome. It was beautiful.
I'm so glad you guys had each other for that. And we got to go to a moment. Back in the day, I was kind of going through my archives. I have this framed, by the way, in my room. Is that weird?
No. First of all, it's not my husband.
Well, Ray, how about just right here? Talk about this moment.
No, I'm just saying that was my boyfriend at the time, Ray.
1974 at the Oscars.
I presented cinematography, and I gave Vittorio Storaro his Oscar for Apocalypse Now.
So you remember everything, of course.
I got to say, and the Oscar goes to Vittorio Storaro for Apocalypse Now.
Let's frickin' go.
Yeah.
1974, fast forward to 2023. Who are we bringing? I don't want to be presumptuous.
To the Oscars?
Yes.
My good husband, Christopher Guest, although he eschews show-off business and hates you and you and you and you and all those people over there.
What did we do?
More than you could ever imagine. I am going to bring my husband, who is very sweet, and I think is very happy for me. My daughter came with me today.
Oh, wow.
My daughter Annie. Again, this is not my life. This has never been part of my life. And so I am just
moved.
This wasn't my life, and I'm just, it's been really beautiful. And again, the goodwill of people.
Yeah.
And people genuinely. And by the way, I think I was more worried if I didn't about them.
Yeah.
That they would be so sad for me. And me, I never thought it was ever going to happen anyway, so it didn't matter because I've lived a life without it.
Sure.
I've lived a beautiful life, creative life, without an Oscar nomination. Like or as I like to refer to it, the season of shiny things. Because it just sort of takes the onus off of it a little bit.
You deserve the season of
Oh,
shining
you know
things.
what? I
You
don't
do.
just-
No. You're a joy, and I love how present you are. It's a good reminder that that's how we should be, and
we are.
It's a reflection of who you are. So congratulations!
Thanks a lot.
Thanks
God
for always
bless you.
being so kind. God
Thank
bless
you, guys.
too.
Wow.
Jamie Lee Curtis, everybody.